Hey guys, Jill here from Ask a Vet Tech. Today I'm going to teach you how to make homemade pill pockets for cats. It's using just 2 ingredients, unlike the store who uses 12 ingredients. We are going to take rolled oats and a can of chicken breast that's canned and packed in water, and we're going to mix the 2 together and make a homemade pill pocket. Let's get started. What you're going to need is some rolled oats, like the old-fashioned kind that come in a round can like this, or oat flour. You're going to need about 1 cup to 1 1/4 cups of ground up oats. I'm also going to use my NutriBullet here and just going to grind these oats into powdered flour. But if you had oat flour, you need 1 1/4 cups. Put it in the NutriBullet, pulse it a couple times, good to go. It's flour. It took less than a minute to grind this into flour. Look at that. We're going to dump part of the flour into the bowl. We're not going to dump all of it in at one time because I need to continually add the flour. You're going to need a can of chicken. I got this one from Walmart. Open her up. That's what it looks like. If you have a cat that's on a low-fat diet, you could remove the yellow. That is the fat. We're going to use the juices, so don't drain the chicken. So I'm going to pour most of the liquid in there, and then I'm going to take a spoon and I'm going to remove a bunch of chunks of meat. I'm just going to put them right in the bowl. About that much. Maybe 1/3 cup of meat. And then you want to break up all that meat and you want to make it smaller, so because it kind of is in chunks. So just use your spoon. It breaks up really easily. You can mix it up real good there. You probably could throw this whole thing right back in your NutriBullet and blend it and be done with it. But I wanted to make sure that I could have those little chunks of chicken for Zeus. So added a little bit more flour here just because it was a little bit watery, and I don't want it that wet. I want it to be dry so that I can handle it. That's like porridge. So add some more flour. Mixin', mixin', mixin'. I'm going to mix that up real good so that it continues to get thicker and thicker. It's almost where I want it right here, but I'm still going to add a little bit more flour. I want it to be thicker, like the pill pocket consistency. The reason I didn't use white bread flour is because oat flour is digestible in its form. White flour should be cooked in order to break down well in the body of the cat. See how that's real sticky and wet and it sticks to my hand? I don't want it like that. I want it even more dry. If I put a pill in there, it would work, but I don't like the consistency. I did have to grind just a little bit more flour because I only ground 1 cup of oats. We added about 1/3 more cup of flour here, of the oat flour that I made. And now we're coming together just how I like it. I like it to be kind of thick so that it doesn't want to fall off the spoon in little chunks. It's a big blob. I made sure all the flour was mixed in really well. And then let me show you what it looks like. It's starting to stick to the spoon. And we got good chunks of chicken in there still. Here's our test. See, look how much is not stuck to my hand. And I rolled it up. I'm going to use this chopstick here that was in the cupboard to make a hole. You could use a straw, you could use a pen, you could use all kinds of things to make the hole. Stick the pill in there and then just close her up, just like that. And then give it to Zeus. What do you think, buddy? Do you like that? I would have to say that this is a winner chicken dinner. What do you think, Zeus? All that licking. And then how I'm going to store it is I'm going to put it in this airtight container. I'm going to press it down really good so that it kind of stayed together to keep the moisture there. At this point, you could roll it all into a whole bunch of little balls and put it in your fridge that way. But because Zeus doesn't take pills very often, I'm actually going to freeze this and pull it out as needed. It freezes really well. You could put it in just like this, or you could put it in individual little baggies and pull it out that way. However it works for you and your family, or however many pill pockets you got to make. This is a healthy, affordable way to make pill pockets for your cat. Ones that they're going to eat too, because they love chicken. I've given these to Zeus multiple times and he's loved it every single time. I would recommend giving them one with no pill in it first, just so they get like a little snack and like, ooh, this is so good, and then give them the one with the pill. None the wiser. Hopefully this alleviates some of the stress that you have giving your cat a pill. And remember, I'm here for you. You're here for your pet. Have a great day.